Yo, what's up, everyone? I am back for another Unfucking Your CX, but this time again, it's a solo session. And I've had a lot of conversations lately about what's the future of CX. CX continues to lose its value within organizations. And what I continuously hear from practitioners or CX leaders is, well, if I only had a seat at the table, I could prove more value. And so I wrote a newsletter on this very, very, very early on. But quite frankly, I wanted to just have that real conversation with everyone today. And quite frankly, it's really about best CX leaders or practitioners that I know. They don't ask for buy in, they don't wait for buy in. What they do is they go earn their seat at that table in that executive meeting or the boardroom that everyone believes they have to have in order for CX to be successful. I mean, we have to stop pretending. You are not being ignored because your company never bought into CX. Or you're not being ignored because your CEO doesn't buy in to CX. They did. Your execs already bought in, and they bought in hard. They greenlit budgets. They backed customer first initiatives. They approved tech stacks, transformation roadmaps, and quite frankly, they staffed entire experienced teams. But here's the problem. Here's the problem that none of us really want to own up to, which is CX didn't deliver. I mean, let's just be honest. What our executives got in return is an endless loop of surveys. Surveys after survey after survey. We're going to send you a survey for any time you winked or blinked or took a breath about our brand. We over-engineered insights that never turned into action. We've all heard it, insights rich, action poor. And we've built all these sexy dashboards that look really, really, really good, but quite frankly, have meant nothing. And the worst of all is that broken promise that a higher NPS would equal higher revenue and lower churn. Well, it didn't. And now you want them to buy in again. I mean, let's think about it. For most CEOs, they are out here fighting for their careers quarter by quarter while you're pitching a 2-year roadmap and asking for more budget. That's not buy-in. That's tone deaf. And yet you want a seat at the table. Let me tell you how you get your seat at the table. You get in the trenches. You deliver small, stackable P&L wins that help your execs keep their jobs. Stop waiting for sponsorship. Be that one person they can't afford to ignore. And this might be stinging you right now, and it should. And here's the reason why. Every time you say we need buy-in, what your executive team hears is give us more money to build another dashboard or to invest in more technology that it'll take 3 to 6 months to implement, and we really won't leverage it to its fullest capabilities. Your exec team, your CEO, they're not anti-CX. They're just done waiting for CX to prove itself. They've been burned. And quite frankly, you've got one shot to win back trust. And trust is earned through impact, not intention. I mean, right now, someone else in your organization is winning the budget battle. They're winning the prioritization battle. Why? Because they're showing up with numbers that say, hey, look, if we invest in this, it will drive X in revenue and will save us Y in cost. You're going to get more revenue, more EBITDA. That saves their job. And if you're not bringing that level of clarity and confidence and telling that story by connecting customer frictions to P&L impact, then you are not ready for the seat. You're not. And so here's the shift. As CX leaders, the best ones that I know, they don't pitch fluffy ideas. They frame customer problems like P&L problems, and they show the financial payoff. And the best ones even say and show the cost of inaction. They use frameworks and data and cross-functional metrics to prove CNX that prove CX drives the P&L. It drives the business forward. They don't wait for executive interest. What they do is they earn it with results. And if you want in, here's the 3 player tips I got for you today. Player tip number 1, tie CX directly to business outcomes. Forget customer happiness. Start with financial outcomes, revenue, retention, and cost. Don't pitch an initiative until you can fully answer, how will this make or save the company money? So for an example, the goal is to reduce churn by 15% in quarter 3, or by quarter 3 as an organization. So the action we need to take is improve post-purchase communication. The impact, retaining 12,000 customers, which will drive $4 million in additional revenue. If you can't tie CX directly to business impact, you're not ready to even sit in that seat at the executive table. Player tip number 2, own the metrics that matter. I'm sorry, but the CX vanity scores don't freaking matter. NPS, CSAT, OSAT, customer effort score. If you really want to be seen as a business leader, speak business. You should be fluent in customer acquisition costs, customer lifetime value, retention, margin, etc. And you should know how CX moves the dial on each and every one of them. Then you got to go further. You got to co-own KPIs with marketing, product, support, operations, things like increasing conversion, reducing customer complaints, driving repeat purchases. CX is cross-functional, and you got to own it like it is. That means you got to be an influencer across your organization with your cross-functional peers. You've got to sell change to them, not try and sell CX to them. And finally, player tip number 3, you've got to deliver results, not excuses. And this is the brutal truth. No one cares about your intent. What they care about is your output. So start with quick wins. Find the friction, solve it, shape it, measure it. For an example, if an initiative is add self-service support, with the result being 30% drop in tickets, $80,000 cost savings in the first 90 days. And you got to walk in and you got to own it with confidence when you're reporting out in the executive leadership team meeting. Here's what we did. Here's what we saved. Here's what we're doing next. And you'll stop being the person who needs buy-in, and you'll become the person who's not just leading by example, but who they come to solve all their other problems. So here's my challenge for you today. You want a seat at that table? Then stop asking for it and start earning it. Your execs aren't the barrier. Your approach is. They've already invested in you and customer experience. And quite frankly, the current CX strategy is letting them down. And now they're out here, quarter 1 just wrapped up. They've got to report that back to the streets or to the investors. And they're trying to be thinking about, how am I going to survive Q2? While you're out here trying to sell Q8 2 years from now. They need quick P&L positive results, not another CX vision deck. So look in the mirror today and ask, are you delivering real business impact? Or are you just hoping that your insights get you in the room? If the answer is anything but, I'm proving it weekly, you've got some work to do. So go get in those trenches, deliver small wins, stack them on top of each other, and force them to make space for you by the results that you're delivering. Let's go get it done and unfuck your CX.